Hi. Hello, everyone out there. Yes, we are here on another session, another episode of the Question Live Show. Yes, we are rolling. We are coming to your living room, your dining room, your study room, wherever you watch us. We are coming to you live. Yes, we are. And we are here. We are a platform where we inspire, we motivate, we empower, we grow, we build together. But most of all, what we do here is to support each other. For us to succeed in life, we do need each other. And for those of you who don't know, I support you. Yes, I support your work. I support your book. I support your story. I stretch across the globe and I support you. And for many of you, again, who don't know that on Saturday, I promote some small business. Today is Saturday for me. In some other place, it is Sunday. On Saturday, I promote small business entrepreneurs because together we can grow and we can make an impact on this earth. No one person can succeed by themselves. No. It doesn't matter the most successful person at this time, whether they define their success by the amount of money they have in their hand or in their bank account. No one did not get to that amount by themselves. So I say to you that if you have a story out there, this is the platform. If you have a book out there, this is the platform. If you have work in progress, come on in. Bring it on in so we can work together. The more we work together, the stronger we will be. And for us to work together, we want to work together from our inside. I talk about mental health month because this month, May, is mental health month, mental awareness month, as well as it is Child's Month. And I've been combining those two to let you know your mental state of mind is important. Most of the time we make unconscious decision or subconscious decision, but I want to raise the fact that we need to come to a point where we raise conscious decision and we make conscious action. We take conscious action. We want to take action from a conscious place of mind. No matter what we do in life, whether it is your past, your present, your future, we need to be conscious in this mental health month and thereafter. So I welcome you all wherever you tune in from. I said, come on in. Welcome. We are going to have a guest tonight. She's one of our returning guests. But you know what I do? I always say to you, if this is your first time tuning in, you never seen me before, you never heard me before, but somehow you click and a link somewhere and you made it right here on the Question Live Show. Now, if this is your first time, I want to give you a hearty welcome. So I ask you to put in the comment section that it is your first time. And if it is your first time, yes, I give you a special welcome. Now, if this is not your first time, I want to say welcome back. Welcome back. This is your home because I don't like the word fan. I like the word family because together we are family. So if you are a returning audience, I said, welcome back. Welcome home. So this is what we do here. Now, first timers, we do have rules here. There are 1, 2, 3, 3.5, maybe 4, and sometimes 5 rules. Don't get scared. Rules are rules, and where you go, there are always rules. Whether it is in your house, school, church, wherever you attend, the temple, there always some form of rules. Like if you come to my house, my rule is don't put your feet on my table or take off your shoes at the door. So they're always rules. So our rules are very, very simple. Yes, they are. Now, first one is if you are watching and you're listening to me and there is a live, or if I call your name by acknowledging you and I put your name on the screen, simply mean you are in the live audience. Yes. And if you are in the live audience, I ask you just to look right here. Yep, right in the middle of your screen. You see the share button. Click it, share it, and invite someone else to come on in the live audience with us. Life is like sharing fresh food coming out of the oven or off the stove, the one that your mama cooked. And you know your mama could cook up some food. Yes. And if she's gone, she used to cook some good old food. Yes. And you want to share that with somebody else, don't you? Yes. Now, when you share that live food, they come on in, they taste the original good food. Now, if you are watching and you don't hear me acknowledge your name because you didn't put your name in the chat and I didn't spotlight your name, you are watching the replay. And if you are watching the replay, yes, you can just click the share button as well and share it. Because sharing the replay, it is like sharing leftovers. You know, sometimes leftovers do taste good, but still nothing like the original. So therefore, I ask you to share either the live or the replay. Hashtag replay. If you're sharing the replay, no worries. And if you watch this at a later date, no worries either. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is very easy. Grab yourself something to write with, whether it is a pen, a pencil, a marker, a crayon, and a piece of feather if you can. Now, if you're getting a piece of feather, you need to get some paint, you need to get some ink to dip it in and scrabble with. Now, what am I telling you to write? I am telling you here, we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets, and I encourage you to write them down. Yes, write them down. Now you're going to need a notebook or a piece of paper to write them down. And if you don't have any such thing, you want to get yourself your devices. Inside of your devices, there are notepad sections, and you're going to scribble in there as well. Well, if you don't have a notepad section, look somewhere on your phone, because I know you do text. Text back to yourself. Yes. You see, if you text one word turn into a sentence turn into a paragraph turn into a page turn into another page and another page, so forth. And you can have more than one pages. And what happened? You end up with a book. Absolutely. Just like our guest coming up, she's an author. And then you might just be a published author as well. Now, the next rule is very simple. Grab yourself something to drink. Whether it is water, wine, tea, or juice, soda, whatever some people do, drink some broth. Whatever is it that you drink, grab it. Why am I telling you to drink something? Because you will be drinking on my behalf while I do all the talking here. Well, I do like to encourage you to drink some plain water. Plain water. Why? Because when you're thirsty, your body said, hydrate me with some water. It is pure, it is clean, it is good for your body. Yes. I usually show up with my water because I believe in drinking water. I wouldn't tell you the amount of water that I drink for the day, but okay. But that's one. But the other thing is, I believe in miracle. And Jesus turned water into wine. So I tell you what, I come with my glass of water. But tonight, darling, I will not be coming with no water. Tonight, I have something else in my glass. Yes, I do, because tonight is a pre-launch party. So I have to come ready for the party. Yes. So grab the people out there who need to come to the party, invite them in so we could roll into this pre-launch party. So with that said, let's go to the other rule. The other rule is if you need to use the bathroom, whether it's to the right, to the left, wherever it is, go now. Ladies, you know what? There's always a line at the bathroom. So I hope there's no line at your bathroom. Go now. And when you go, you're going to come right back at your seat because your seat will be reserved. Just like the seat of life, your seat is reserved there. And your seat got your name stamped on it. What is it? Inside of the seat, it got your gifts, your talents, your intention, your expectation, your goals, and your destiny. But most of all, it got your purpose. And inside of your purpose and your destiny lies greatness. So therefore, I encourage you not to give up your seat. Because giving up your seat is like giving up your birthright. And your birthright is filled with greatness. So we will not do that. So with that said, I would like to say, while those went to the bathroom and we wait for them, I would like to acknowledge those who are in the audience. Absolutely. I would like to welcome them. And while I welcome them, I hope they have their party drink ready because I do have mine. Yes. So let me welcome you while we wait for those who went to the bathroom to come back. Because I know you, if I welcome you and I spotlight your name, you are in the live audience and you got your seat ready. Yes, you are in place. So I am so glad that you decided to show up today. Let me welcome Yasmin. Yasmin is all the way in the UK. It is midnight, but you see, when it's midnight, we still party. I want to thank Yasmin so much for her support, always showing up, always giving love. I thank you so much, sis. You know, sometimes we just have to lose sleep to support each other. Yes. So I want to thank her so much. And I see a name here, Kadar. Kadar, I believe this is your first time tuning in. I want to say welcome. And if it is your first time, please type it in the comment section that it is your first time, because I give special welcome to first timers. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And I see Kali. Kali, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Yes. And we greet each other here. We celebrate each other. Yes, we do. We welcome each other as well. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I see S24 Somali TV. Welcome back. Yes, welcome back to this show. Welcome back. It's great to see you again. Absolutely. Yes, we are still in Mental Health Month. And we are rolling. We are rolling. As Tina said, we're rolling down the river. But we're not rolling down the river. We are rolling to the road of success. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. So with that said, I hope you grab your drink and you are ready. So if you are ready, while I stop talking, if you are ready, type in the comment section that you are ready so I could pause and I could bring my guests on. But before I type in the comment section that you are ready so we could go. We want to roll onto this success, this pre-launch party. I think I should have some pre-launch party music because yes, when you're celebrating, you got to have music. I'm all about the language of music. I'm all for the music. So we might have to have some party. So get your party gear ready. Whatever you go to party with, whatever it is, get your party gear ready. Your party shoes, your party jewelry, your party glass, your party glass, whatever it is that you're partying. Get it going because I might have to put on the music. But I want to talk about a little bit about the guest that we have here for tonight. She is a returning guest. And I like returning guests because returning guests simply means when you are here, I might not be following you, but I'm going to be watching to see what progress you make. because this is a platform where I want to see growth. I encourage growth. I encourage expansion. I talk about expanding your potential. And this is where I give you room to start and expand. So she's a returning guest. If you have not seen her, if you didn't see her episode, that is very much okay. Because now tonight you're going to meet her for the first time. But I want to go back into my archives before I bring her on. I went in my archives and I saw something in my archive about this lady. And it was a little video when she was on, she was on here. Okay. So I want to find that clipping of this lady that was there. She's our special sister. Before I bring her on, I want you to see. So you can have a glimpse of her, of when she was on the show. So let me excuse myself. Good. So now you got a glimpse of her. All right. So we are going to go. We are going to roll. Welcome back, Sister Ivy. Welcome back. Tonight is party. We are having a pre-launch party all weekend. It is weekend here. It is Memorial Weekend. So it is party weekend. So with that said, let me be quiet. I am going to sip some of my drink. Oh, you have to let me know what you are drinking so I could share what I'm drinking as well. Right. So let me know what is it that you're drinking. Bank holiday Monday. Yeah, Monday is Memorial Day. So yes, we are celebrating. We are in the US. We are celebrating Memorial Day on Monday. All right. So with that said, let me be quiet and we welcome my sister, your sister, our sister to the screen. My sister Jacqueline. Welcome back.
Thank you, Verona. Thank you very much for having me on.
Oh my God, it is so great to have you back. I love returning guests because I am so proud to see that you have now expanded your potential. You have expanded your gift, your talent, and you have created another milestone and you're pushing out another book. Congratulations. Oh,
Thank you.
Oh, hold on.
Thank you. And hello, everyone out there. Thank you for joining.
Yes. So I am going to give you a moment for you to tell them, introduce yourself and tell them a little bit about you and, what we're about to talk about.
Sure. Thanks. Again, thanks for having me on, Verona. This is my second time on your show. I guess as a main guest, I've come on a few other shows from time to time, listened in or participated. But I first met you 2 years ago when I wrote my memoir, and that was my first self-published prose work. And you actually were my first podcast, my first show that I interviewed on regarding my writings. And my memoir, which I said came out 2 years ago, A Season of Disruption, was written as a legacy for my family to really talk about my family's migration and my mother's sacrifices and work that she did to save us as children and to give us a better life in immigrating from Jamaica to the US, and the triggers that caused that, the trials that she went through, when she came to the US, and but how she persevered and overcame so that we could have a better life, and that I could sit here with you today and say that I'm a self-published author, but say also, I've worked in the corporate world in management and senior management roles, all because of the sacrifices that she's made. And Verona knows that, like her, I am a Jamaican. And, that's my heritage. That will always be my love. I love the U.S. I was born in Jamaica. I love Jamaican. And I love both worlds. So I'm happy that I have a share of both worlds. I'm here tonight to talk about my new book. And we'll get into it with Verona. But my new book also, will display that legacy of my heritage in some way, shape, or form. And my whole being and working, being a writer, is to inspire others. In addition to being a self-published author, I actually am a regular contributor on the Everyday Power blog site, which is one of the large motivational blog sites out there. So there you'll find, a lot of my content on there, with my whole goal of inspiring and encouraging people, and helping them see that, no matter what the trial that you're going through, push through it. Verona and I were talking earlier, push through it, because as you come out on the other side, you will see that, boy, that determination and that winning outweighs every trial and every circumstance that you went through. So that just gives you a little bit about me and my background. And again, thank you guys for joining. And Verona, you can take it from here as to how we want to go forward and talk about the book.
See, I told you. When we are talking about we share space, I like to share space. But first of all, I like to represent the island.
Yeah. Jamaica.
Oh, audience, they know me by my earn. But you see, when we have a sister, I told you she's my sister. She's my island sister. She's my author sister. She's just my sister overall. So when I come, if you take note, I come representing the island. Yes, I do. I come representing. I like when we work together as a people. And when we work together as culture, we work together as author, but we work together as people. And it is very important that we acknowledge where we're from, because where we're from don't really define who we are. Where we're from is just a base of what going to define where we're going. So it is very important that we know our background, we embrace our background and learn the lessons from our background, because that is your base. And you can't build a house without a base. You can't build your future without a past. So we need something to stand ground on. And I am so glad to have you here, my sister. I am so glad to have you back. And I celebrate you and I congratulate you on this new book. Like, oh my God, I am so proud of you. Not only as a Jamaican, but I am proud of you just as a person, as a woman. As a woman, we know the word push because we have to give birth. Okay, we got to give birth, and I oftentimes call my books, they are my babies. They're my babies. They're my baby girls. They're my baby boy. Whichever one it is, they're my babies. So we know what it is to push. Or mothers, we know what it is to push. So I am so glad that you pushed through and you gave birth to this new baby. Congratulations in every way.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. And you mentioned there's a word, and we're talking about mental health month as well, because everything is just like intertwined. Like we just put everything in one, because it is very interesting about the book that you did, because we're on the topic of mental health month. May is mental health month. And because we are on that topic, it is so important that we address this thing in different ways. We have to address mental health, not to say that, oh, you're crazy. No,
right.
That's the mental illness. Mm-hmm. Mental health is a choice. It's a choice of how you rise up. And we've been
Mm-hmm.
convicting a few of those. I call them tenants in our head because they're thoughts, right? They're thoughts of holding us back, and thoughts that procrastination. I think I should dwell on procrastination is another thought that kind of hold us back. Oh, you become afraid, but you push through fear, and fear is one of those things that, oh, what what if? That's
Right.
where fear attaches itself to. What if? Right? And we don't want to live off fear. We don't want fear to be the forerunner. We want faith to be the forerunner. And I'm so glad that even though you weren't on the other session where we talk about evicting fear, you push through and you evict fear, knowing that faith is more stronger than
Mm-hmm.
fear. And you
Mm-hmm.
push through and you got your new baby. So
Yeah.
yes, you got your new baby. So we want to dive right into this book because this book look real juicy. And I mention all the time that here we drop juicy stuff here. But your book look, you know what? And as a matter of fact, I see that you like the water. Maybe because you're from Jamaica. I know, Sister Jackie. It seems like you have a thing with water.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking just now, I'm like, wait, wait a minute, wait a minute. Your first book was about water. There was something else surrounding water. I know you
The
came up against.
cover, yeah, the cover definitely, had water. And then this one, the title and sort of the cover, this one, Dancing in the Rain, definitely, yes, it
Was
really
that
speaks to
intentional?
it. It's very intentional, and I can get into that with you. It's
Yes,
very
please go
intentional.
ahead. Because I'm
Okay,
like, it just dawned
sure.
on me, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, yes, definitely. My new book is a novella, and it's out there. Veronica will show it, "Dancing in the Rain," and this book and this story speaks to a lot of the contemporary struggles that we all face or have faced and need to deal with. Verona's talking about this month about mental health and about child, mental health, etc. And this book definitely, in a way, encompasses that. It is a story that really is set and focused on, reconciling your past, reframing your present, and rehearsing your future. And this story looks at, as I said, some of those contemporary struggles, the struggles of work life balance, the struggles of blended families. And that definitely, where kids come into play. Kids are the ones that, when you have a blended family, that's the ingredient that you're trying to make sure that there's a blend for so that their mental, health is taken care of and that they are, cared for within that unit of this new blended family, but also are cared for from any parent that's outside of that new blend. So the child mental health is really important there, and this is a big part of the storyline of this book. The blended families, the work-life balance. We talk about mental health and self-care, how we all need to take care of ourselves to really be able to get to our goals and be victorious and successful. But if you're not caring for yourself, then you can't. And having a good work-life balance is definitely a key ingredient to self-care. And this book also encompasses that in the storyline. And then we're all adults and we've been through relationships, good or bad, good and bad. Some is easily left behind, some is not so easily left behind, and some maybe not so easily because again there may be kids involved. And so this book also discusses that broken relationships and potentially how you can heal them or not heal them or what you do, but how you make it all work. So how you get through all these struggles. And a part of a life is, as this says in this book, those storms are going to come in. The storms come in with blended families. The storms come in with dealing with work challenges and, on job and career obstacles, and the storms come in with difficult relationships. So sometimes you can run and you can hide, or you can find shelter or care, and sometimes you just can't. But instead of just surrendering and letting that wind and that rain take you over and drown you, you really have to learn to dance in that rain, knowing that at some time it's going to end. So right now I'm just going to dance and enjoy every bit of that water, that refreshing water, because it's going to refresh me to get me on the other side. And that's really what this book is speaking to. Verona.
Well, listen, my goodness. Dance in the rain. You see, your rain could be your tears.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Your rain could be the situation that you're in right now. Your rain could be the circumstances that evolve around you. Your reign could be defined by the decision that you make. Your reign can be defined how you want to define it. It could be the literal rain.
Yes.
But because we are water sisters, it could be anything. It could be the healthy decision or the unhealthy decision.
Yes.
Decide how you will dance in your reign. First of all, know what is your reign. Because again, I am going to intermingle your book with mental health because it came right in on time.
Yes. Yes.
It's just perfect. It is perfectly mixed and mingling in mental health month. Like it came right in the
Yes.
session. Like it's just perfect.
Yes.
It's like a perfect relationship right here. This is excellent relationship. I like this form of relationship because when we are talking about mental health, we are talking about the rain. So we are using rain now tonight. We are using the rain of situations that we have to decide how we want to dance in the rain. How we're coming out of the mental funk. At the end of the day, audience, you have to decide the rhythm that you build. You have to decide the move that you make because you have to know your own rhythm. Raindrops might be coming on, but you don't have to go with the exact rhythm of the raindrops. Build your own rhythm, but dance yourself through it. Dance yourself out of it. Dance yourself through it. Dance yourself. I like music. If many of you don't know, I do like music. Music is one of my things. Writing, I won't talk about writing because it's not about me. I love music. Music defines every single thing. When I'm writing, I gotta have my music. So music is that language, is the universal language that no matter where you go, mental health is universal in the same way.
It is.
In the same way, mental health is everywhere. So music, dance yourself and there. Turn on some music. Use music to rise up. And you use a word. Audience, I told you, I always have my pencil. You mentioned the word balance. Now, how do you balance family life, social life, work life? All that life. How do you balance? How do you create a balance for yourself? Because that's another strategic way of how we can rise up out of mental health.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And that was, as I said, it's a big part of the storyline you'll see in this book. And it's a big part for me. And I know for you too, when you have a family and you have responsibilities there and you're an adult with responsibilities and, people to take care of or bills to pay, etc. And you have a 9-to-5 job, let's say, etc. And you have other interests or things that you want to focus on, like publishing and writing, etc. To be successful, there must be a balance.
Absolutely.
Right, and it's not an easy thing to do, but it's something we talked about before, and that is you have to have that mindset. You have to set that, because no one else is going to set it for you. Your job is expecting certain things, and it's, just do it, just get it done. They're not concerned about so much about what happens to you when you leave there. They're not concerned about you, having that job and also wanting to do music or run podcasts or write books, etc. They pay you for a certain thing, and you have to respect that. Right. But you have to, as a person, really sit and parse out all the things in life, things that you need to do that are required, but also things that fill you and feed your soul and feed your heart and make you whole. And then you have to make your decisions to say, this is my responsibility at work. And so I must meet that responsibility, and I will. But I have to know when to say when, and not to, get pushed into more or over, or, really a way above that, if it's going to take away from me doing some of the things that I want to do and accomplish, or if it takes away from me just having time just to breathe. And sometimes it's really easier in life to just go with the status quo, and just go with the flow. And that's when you're kind of hiding and sheltering, etc. And that's not what we want. And that's why we say, learn that it's okay. Good. Learn about dancing in the rain, because those storms are going to come. They're going to come with a fury. They're going to come when you least expect them. So you're not always going to be able to get out of the way. Yeah. You're not always going to be able to get cover. Sometimes you'll have that umbrella and it'll blow it away from you.
There you go.
So it's not as though I'll just have an umbrella. Sometimes you have a raincoat, and big deal, you're still going to get drenched because it's pouring so much. So you have to learn to say, I have to learn how to really develop that courage and that strength. And that courage and that strength is about dancing in the rain. That's what Dance in the Rain is really about. It's about that courage, that strength, knowing what your desire is, and having that willpower to push through regardless.
I guess I'll just sit here and just sip my juice. Yep. I guess I'll just sit right here and sip. Because this is so juicy. I'm just going to be here. This is so juicy. I told you, people, we have juicy content. This is so juicy, because this is, again, I love how God just divinely put things together.
He sure did, because we have been seeing each other. We haven't, really connected personally for a little while. And then as I was, doing this and coming up with the book, and I was in rush, and I said, oh my goodness, there's certain people who have been good to me, who I wanted to tell about it, even though, again, I was, in this stage just trying to get the stuff done. And I said, oh, Verona, I got to tell Verona. I can't put the book out there and wait till she sees it on social media and say, hey, I said, I need to tell her personally. And when I reached out to you personally, first, I didn't know that you were doing shows every day. And I didn't, and right away, I just had to say to the audience, right away, the first thing she said to me is, I want you to come and be on my show on Saturday. And I said, you have a show on Saturday? She's like, yeah, and I need you to come and be on it. And so again, I appreciate you so much for that, for that. And but again, I say that also to say, as we're talking about the book and as we're talking about mental health, we all help each other. We all help each other to better our mental health. And in doing what you do, it really, to me, helps and encourages others and helps them to develop awareness of themselves and so also helps them with their mental health and their mental care. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. Because you really, and again, just the way you are, your attitude, just the way you present yourself, you embody somebody who knows about dancing in the rain. So when you look at Verona, you look at her life and you see how she's going, and doesn't matter what, she's like, huh, I'm gonna get it done. That's what dancing in the rain is all about.
You better tell it, sister. You better tell it. You better tell it this day. Yeah, you better tell it, because I'm telling you, I said this before, and let me say it again. My tears are my language, right? And they could be the language of disappointment, they could be the language of happiness. I choose how to dance. I choose how to dance. And we have to make this thing personalized. Again, God in his divine, he so divinely orchestrated this, because we have to come to a point where things are personalized. Your goals are personalized, situations are personalized, circumstances are personalized, willpower are everything about us are personalized. My story is not Jackie's story. Jackie's story is not my story. But at the end of the day, we got to push through something. We got to see the storm. I know that when we see the storm, should I just wait for the storm to pass? Or can I just go through it?
Mm-hmm.
Should I just wait for the sun to shine? Or should I just run to the raindrops?
Mm-hmm.
Should I sit and wait for every circumstance that overpower me to take control? Or can I rise up? The word that you use, the two words that you use is courage and strength. And we have to mix those two and know that we have courage to rise. And we are stronger than we think we are. That's number one. We are stronger than every situation that hit us. I like to use Tina, because we've been honoring Tina for the past 3 days or so. Tina pushed through, and she made it to 83 chapters of her life. If she didn't realize that she had enough strength to walk away, she didn't have that courage to walk away. So you see, it's personalized. And we have to come to realization that we can develop the courage and the strength, put them together, and rise up out of this mental funk.
Yeah, and she's someone who definitely, as you said, embodies to me again the thought of dancing in the rain. Because we all have heard or seen the movie or read the book or just heard her talk, and and seen what has transpired in her life, and saw all the storms that just cropped up on her out of nowhere. And every time someone thought that maybe she was down and she was out, and that storm had taken her over and she was about to drown, she just came out dancing. She just came out dancing. So again, that is really a perfect example, and what I really wanted to get across and demonstrate in this book. And in this book, the main character really embodies that. She had some hard times in her life, but now it's like everything is perfect. Everything is just sweet and dandy for her. She has this great husband. She has a son from another relationship, but she has a beautiful little blended family. And one day, just seemingly in one day, it all blows up on her. Here comes stuff from the past, broken relationship. Here comes a big challenge at work and issues all at the same time. And then that infiltrates into the relationships in her family, all in seemingly in one day. And now it's like, is she gonna just duck and hide and crawl into bed thinking that she's seeking shelter? Or is she going to really, say, hey, I'm gonna show you how I can dance in this rain, and just keep dancing in that rain and get through it? And the book really takes you through, all those situations and how she goes through those situations, and also how the other characters in her life that are in the blended family, or that are at work, or that are, relate to this broken relationship, how they come into play into either helping or hindering her from what she's doing. So you get that full storyline. And as I said at the outset, we talked about my heritage and being Jamaican, and probably everything I'll write, I'll probably touch something on there, because it is who I am. I moved to the U.S. as a little girl. I mean, I was like 11 years old, and I'm a lot older than that now. So I spent
You know,
way more of my life here than there. But that is, my legacy and where I'm from. And so the main character, actually, I wrote it as a character who is is someone who came to the US as a teenager, and has, lived here, grown here, and now she's going through these storms, in the US, in a US world, in a US economy, and a US style of life, etc. So it all floats together, bringing in my heritage as well as bringing in, the life that I've lived in the US. So it all comes together there, and again, just speaks to that thing of self-care, self-awareness, and again, as we're talking about that, that mental health, the importance of how you deal with these situations, and the children, because she has a child who is,
yes.
a young man who is in the middle of, of this situation, in the middle of her dealing with these storms, and what he must deal with, as a young man in watching her go through these storms, and even being a part of the storms. So it all fits in there.
And you went ahead of me, because I was about to ask you how. This is how we know it's sister. She went ahead of me, because I was about to ask you, did you incorporate anything cultural up in there?
Yes, I sure did.
I'm like, listen, audience, I'm trying to let y'all know. I don't want us to keep on talking. I'm going to show you exactly the book that we are referring to. And if you do have question for Jackie, please put it in the comment section. Please put it in there. Here we just don't talk to ourselves. We don't just talk on screen. We talk to you, the audience. So if you do have question, please put it in the comment section, that we can go forward, going back and forth. So we just know, and like, hey, Jackie, you're over there. Hey, girl, I see you. No, we want the audience to hold a conversation with us, because that is the whole purpose of we showing up. When we show up, we are not showing up for ourselves. We are showing up for everybody. So while you're here and you have question, please, Queen Sister Jackie is right here. Put your question in the comment section. I am going to show you the book that we are referring to as we go along. Wait, yeah, while you're gathering your question, please have your question ready. I'm going to find the book for you. So as you can see, this is the book. This is the book that we are referring to. Take note of it. Look at it. How can you relate to this book? What is your story out there? Again, I put up the book. If you have questions, I encourage you, please write them in the chat. Of course, both of us, we're here. We will answer the question. If I don't answer this question, yeah, Jackie's right here. She will answer the question. So write your question down. I encourage you, please write your questions down. And I'm going to ask you another question here. Do you believe the past is ever gone from us?
No, I don't think your past is ever gone. I think you do learn to move forward, but I don't think it's ever gone. And I don't really think it should ever be gone, because there are things in your past, good and bad, that can help you really to, as the book says, to you can reconcile. It can help you to frame your present as to how to move forward. Things to say, hey, I shouldn't do that, or I remember that experience. I know better how to do something, and helps you then to rehearse and prepare for what's coming in the future. So I don't think you dwell on the past. That's the key. Don't dwell on it and don't let it bring you down. But I don't think you necessarily act like it never ever happened. You accept what's happened and you move forward and take, the usable pieces of it again to help you now as you live from day to day, and to prepare for the future. That's my thought.
Excellent. Because your past is always there. It is just on the far end, right? Because we do need our past. I mentioned this before. We do need our past. Our past is the base. For every trial, we're going to have a testimony. We're going to have some
Yes.
trial.
Yes.
So your trial might be yesterday. It might be 10 years ago. It might be 20 years ago. But when you start dwelling on your past, that is what puts you in a mental fog.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Audience. That is what will put you in a mental funk. Because now you start thinking, oh, he did that to me. Oh, she did that to me. Yeah, they did that to me. And you start pointing fingers at all who did, who did, who did. But now I ask, what is it that you are going to do? Because that is how you will get strength. That is how you will get courage to rise up out of the past. Because, hey, the past going to follow you. Because at the end of the day, the past is a part of you. It is a part of you. It will define every move that you make. From the time you move past it, it's like, I'm still following you.
Yes.
I'm still going where you're going. But will you dwell on me? It is up to you.
Right.
It is personalized if you want to dwell on it. You see, energy grows where energy goes.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
Audience, I put the book link in the chat so you can look at the book link. Let us support our authorship here. Let us support our Queen Sister here, because I'm telling you, there's always 1, 2, or 3 lessons to learn. Always 1, 2, or 3 lessons to learn. Excellent. So again, remember, audience, no matter who hurt you, at this point, who hurt you, they did. And that's what we call the past. Did. No, you're going to let me go in my teacher mode. Did is past. So you're going to say, what am I doing now? Doing is the present. What am I doing? Or you just like, yeah, because I remember when you did that. I remember when you did that. I remember when you did that. No. Brush your shoulder off. Brush all that dirt off. Grab yourself up. Raise yourself up. Push your shoulder out. And go. Because your destiny is not sitting there being prejudiced against the past. Absolutely not. Your purpose is not being prejudiced against your past. All it's doing is sitting over there and say, will you come and get me? That's all your purpose and your destiny is saying. It's asking you, when are you coming to get me? And your past is literally like you're driving on the highway and you're like this. You're about to crash.
Yes. Yes.
You will crash.
Yes.
You cannot be on the highway of life on this journey going towards your purpose and you are looking back there. Whatever you pass back there, you take it like, hey, I remember passing that gas station. Oh, I remember passing the man down the road. I remember passing that homeless man over there. You remember that you passed them. But will you drag them on your car and go? No. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I'm going to jump into another question for you. Audience, again, if you have a question, please put it in the comment section. We are here to answer your question. Let me tell you if you don't know. Audience, again, share this live. Let me tell you if you don't know. This is a pre-launch party. Okay, pre-launch party. And I'm going to say this for Sister Jackie. Let me say this for her. Let me speak on her behalf on this. Let me tell you what will happen right about now. Because she might look at me like, yeah, what is she going to do? Yes, let me tell you what will happen right now. Share this live. I'm telling you, please share this live. This live is like getting free, fresh food. But what will happen right now, I put the link in the chat. I encourage you that if you click the link, you pre-order the book. And when you pre-order the book, what will happen? I like to whisper so she won't hear what I'm saying. You might just get an autograph copy. So I just wanted to whisper that. I don't want it to know that I'm whispering and I'm telling you what I am telling you. So let's go with this. Let's push this through. Let's show some support. Again, I just whisper to you. If you did not get the whisper, it simply means you're not paying attention. I didn't want her to know what I am telling you because she didn't know that I was going to do this. Yeah, so it's a whisper. Please click the link. The link is right there. Right there. There goes the link for the book. Again, let me whisper and tell you that if you order the book, you might get an autograph.
Right. We'll work it through. No, definitely. We'll work it through Verona, and Verona can pick and let me know who, and we will get that autograph copy out to you. She'll let me know.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. So I'm telling you, just let me know who getting the book and you will have an autograph copy. I encourage autograph copy of books. I definitely encourage autograph copy. You can get ebook, whatever book you want to get, but I love a literal book. I love to turn the pages. I like to build a relationship with my fingers on the pages. And I love to see an autograph copy because I love to see when you make something personalized to me.
Yeah.
An autograph is personalized to Verona. That's personalized. I love personalized things. I love custom-made things. I just love being extra. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yes, let me put back the book. Yes, this is a book. Let's find the book. This is a book. This is what it looks like. Dancing in the Rain. It talks about broken relationship, blended family, how to balance life, all the good stuff. You see, it says a serious-minded wife and mother and an ex she sooner forgets. Ooh. But I'm going to leave that right there. Audience. So let me ask you another question. Ifra, welcome back. Yes, it is Dancing in the Rain. Do you see? I just put up the book there and the link is in the chat somewhere up there. Here is the link again. Next question for you. What role do you play in the book or overall trying to balance things? What role do you play?
I don't know that I'm specifically one role in the book, but again, but I do know. I will say to you that for me, and I'll admit it, I do write a lot from either my own experiences or experiences of those close to me that I've seen or things that I've been involved with. So you'll take that as a writer. It may not be verbatim what you went through.
Yes.
You may expound on it and elaborate it a bit. So definitely, again, so that's why I talk about the fact of the the character being someone who, came to the U.S. as a young girl. She's
There you
grown
go.
now, so there you go. I mean, that kind of fits in. I was able then to write, from my own experiences of having come to the U.S. and then having gone through school and college and my career in the U.S. So I was able to write from that. I was also able to write again from looking around and seeing the experiences of different families and stuff that had happened in my families and in other families, and how things were dealt with or experiences that people had, and take all that and then make it into a story. Building and looking at, what were really the significant pieces, or the pieces that I think people really need to key in on or recognize, that occurred, and why they occurred, and how they occurred, and how you can work through them. And definitely, I'll say one piece that I think really, really comes from me as you read the book, really is the work piece. I've been someone who's really been for decades, actually, really entrenched in work and in corporate life. And so I won't give it away, but as you read the book and you read that storyline, I'll say, again, I fictionalized it, but in a lot of ways, that experience is similar to experiences that I had. So that's how I would say then I am in the book or in the character.
And that's excellent, because I want to put this out there that we as writers, authors, because I really don't consider myself an author, I just consider myself as a writer. What we tend to do, we write stories. And we can write stories that are true. They're true. They don't have to be your story, but you can incorporate your story. But we write true story. We write reality. You can relate, because when something is reality, simply means you can relate to it.
Mm-hmm.
That is basically what it's saying. We are writing reality. So when we write reality, you can turn the page, you're like, oh, that's mine. Oh, yes.
Right.
I went through that. Oh, wait, my sister went through that. Oh, my brother down the road went through that. Reality. That is what it's all about. So I mentioned before that when you write, I encourage you, audience, write. Write. All of us have a story, or two or three or four, or whatever the amount is, inside of our belly. We all have stories in our belly. And as I encourage you all the time to show up with your writing tools. From one word, it could lead to a sentence. One sentence lead to a paragraph. And you will be surprised at your own self of how much you can expand your potential and expel all of that out of your belly and out of your head. Mental health causes us to go into that mental fog because we refuse to extract things.
Mm-hmm.
Agree or not agree, Sister Jackie?
I agree. I agree completely. I agree completely. And again, just as you said that, what it said to me speaks to me, that what you were saying is we hold stuff inside and we bury it and we hold it and we hide it until sometimes we end up exploding.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's why, again, the thought of just dancing in the rain saying, I don't care. I don't care if I get wet. I'm just there. That just lets it out. It frees you. And that's exactly what you're talking about. So I agree.
We got to come to a point, because we winding on this part, but we got to come to a point where we have to know that we are responsible for the very action that we take,
Mm-hmm.
the very decision that we make, and the very action that we take. We have to come to this point of responsibility. No matter what we've been through, no matter what we are going through, we have to take responsibility so we can go through the raindrops.
Mm-hmm.
Rain will not stop falling, that's for sure. But at the end of the day, when you build up that courage and that strength, it will show you that the next set of rain, oh, you're not as weak as you thought.
Right.
The next of the rain will cause you to know that you are more courageous. So the next of the rain, you won't be so timid and you're so crying. Oh. No. The next of the rain will put that pace to welcome you like, oh, so I see you got this. Yes, I do. Audience, build up your own rhythm to dance through the rain. Build up your own rhythm. Dance to your own drum. You know, many years ago, I was going through the storm. And the late Wayne Dwyer said something that caused me to like, Verona, what are you doing? Let's go. He said, don't die with the music inside of you. And when he said that, I said, ooh, music inside of me? Oh no, wait a minute. Da, 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 da. I started playing my own drum. I started playing the guitar. I started playing the banjo. I started playing every instrument there is. Not the literal one, people, because don't call me to play nothing for you. Every single thing from my emotional state of mind, my mental state of mind, my spiritual state of mind. Woo-wee. I started playing every instrument there is. And that was when I was like, oh no, baby. I ain't done with nothing inside of me. Because now if I die with anything like that inside of me, I'm going to make the grave rich. I'm not here to make no grave rich.
For you.
Absolutely not. And from that moment on, I said, oh, sir. And what was so funny when I heard that man said that? What was so funny? I followed that man and I watched his work for many years. And I didn't know he died. Sister Jack, I did not know the man died. And I guess while I was going through that big storm, he died. I didn't know. I didn't know the man. And I'm like, what? So when he said that, I was like, okay, here I go. All right, go ahead, Dr. Dwyer. I'm going listening to you. And then at the end, it was a podcast. At the end of it, they're like, oh, this is in, like they were saying, this is in memory of our late. Wait, I said, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. Are we talking about the same person? But of course, we were talking about the same because we were on the podcast. And I'm like, what? Oh, this is in honor of the late Wayne Dwyer. Oh, so he just spoke to me and he's gone. And I'm sitting there going through this rain. Hold on a second, sir. Because you just spoke in your spiritual man to me to tell me don't take that to the grave. Moment of truth. I was at work, and when I heard that, I got up. I'm like, can you excuse me for a second? I went in the bathroom, and I shed them tears, washed my face, and I came back. I was like, no, let's go. Now, let's go. And I am not telling this story because I want to tell this story. I am telling the story that you have to come to a point where you say, that's enough. That's enough.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to wash your face. You got to show up extra. You got to say, that's enough. You got to know when enough is enough. Because mental health is not mental illness. It is a place where the rain is falling. It is a rain where the rain is coming out and thunder and lightning and all this stuff is going on. but it's how you will make cover.
Right.
This is
Right.
how you will rise out of mental health. Audience, it is your choice. Choose from this day what you will do. Sister Jackie, what is the overall message you want to give from the book?
That I would really state from the book, just to sum up all that we've talked about today, is just really focusing on self-awareness and, being courageous and strong. And again, understanding that, sometimes in life, most of the times in life, we find ourselves, we are chasing the sun, the good times, the fun times. That's what we want, and rightfully so. But as we're chasing that sun, the storms are chasing us. And we have to recognize that and know that they are coming, and that because they come without notice, we are not always going to be in a place where we can simply seek shelter and say, everything is well. So we've got to develop that courage, that strength, that willingness, that fortitude, and that ability to just dance and just really be willing to be someone who is dancing in that rain, understanding that every storm in our life really helps us, and that we can use it. We talked about the past, to reconcile things from the past, so that then we can reframe the present and the way we're living now, and rehearse or prepare ourselves for the future. So that's what I want everyone to really take note of.
Hey, you use a word. Oh, Sister Abby, yes, I was going to, I choose life. Absolutely.
Yes.
I choose
Choose
life.
life. Exactly. That's it, Ivy. That's it. Choose life.
Choose life. Choose life. Choose to live. Choose to live. And I heard you mention a word, the will. And somewhere, I think it was Dr. Smile that mentioned this. And I want to go back up in a comment that she mentioned. Um, we want to develop willpower.
Yes.
We want
Yes.
we want to develop willpower. Um, yes, this is a comment. I will learn to have a willpower. God is in control. Lots of love. Yes,
Yes.
willpower.
Yes. Yes.
Develop that willpower and choose to live
Live. Yes.
because it can be done.
It can be done.
It can be done. And I want to remind you, everyone who's listening to us, who is watching us, you are not alone.
Mm-mm.
And mental health become this stigma to fool us, to deceive us that we are alone.
All right.
We are not alone. At no time, no place, no how. We are alone. And on this very mental health month, I want to remind you all to continue to choose life, choose to live, develop that willpower to know that you can dance through that rain. Rain gonna come, rain gonna fall. When it comes with thunder, lightning, you see, we from the island, we know all of this stuff here. Lord, it's a storm out there. Your umbrella going up this way, and Lord, yes. Every last one of you that's watching this right now, you know what a rainstorm is. And if you have not seen a rainstorm, I know where you live. If you don't have any rain where you live, I encourage you to come join us. We go and make a trip to Jamaica. Rainstorm, you cannot even use an umbrella because the wind going to blow. It's going to rip that. Your shoes going to soak. Your clothes going to soak. It's going to pour on your head.
Hair, right?
Listen, lady with your fancy hair, y'all, Lord, you can't go out in the rain. So I encourage you to know when to push through. Develop that willpower to push through. Because when you push through, you will know at the end of that, what's the scripture says? Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Your tears are your language. So I said, welcome to your rain season. At the end of the day, rain won't last for long. It will stop. It will stop. So I want to thank you all for tuning into this pre-launch party that we are having for our sister. I thank you so much, Sister Ivy, for making a purchase. Please get in touch with me. Your book will be autographed.
Yes.
Please, your book will be autographed. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for making your purchase. And as we support each other, I oftentimes says this, no one can succeed by themselves. No one. I don't care what status you hold. The common president of the United States did not get there by himself. The prime minister of our country didn't get there by himself. The prime minister of your country did not get there by himself. Therefore, I ask you, go within yourself and see how well you can support each other. Let me tell you, you don't have to make a purchase of anything, but showing up alone is supporting each other.
Yes.
Follow Jackie and other so what is your social media? Tell them your social media. Follow her on social media. Click a like, click a comment. Tell her you saw her. Just acknowledge her is support.
Yes, yes.
Acknowledgement is support, audience. We're not asking you all the time to say, purchase our book. We're not asking you for that. This is not where we're here. We're saying just acknowledge that you see her. That is support.
Yes. Yes.
So give us your social media as we wind down this episode. Give us your social media so we can roll on out of here.
Right. On most any platform, if you do at J Walker Pat and the number 1. So at J Walker Pat, the number 1, you'll find me on social media.
Did y'all get that? At J Walker 1.
Pat, at J Walker Pat.
Let me type it in. As a matter of fact, let me type it in right now. I'll type it in for you. Is that a capital J?
Yeah, it works either way, but just says it's at J Walker Pat and the number 1.
At J Walker Pat, number 1.
Yes.
Okay, audience, follow her on social media. See what she's doing. Congratulate her on her new baby. That is support. It doesn't take much. So I want to say thank you all for tuning in.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And I want to play We Are Family as we roll on out of here. Yes, I want to play this song for us. I think we can play it on YouTube. I believe we can. I believe we can play. Yep, I think we can play that song here. Family. We are family. So let's find a way. Okay, wait a minute now. It's party. We are family. And that's it. We are family. Sis Jacqueline, we are family. And
We
I
are.
love the sisterhood. We are
Yes.
family as we continue to support each other. I want to take a moment again to congratulations, to give you my congratulations on your new baby, whether it's a baby boy or baby girl. Baby. Congratulations on your baby. Don't forget to create your own dance rhythm.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
forget to know that each storm, each raindrop, you can push right through it. You have the courage, you have the strength to push through. So no matter what comes, no matter the little bit of rain or a lot of rain, just know that you can push through. You push through on this new baby. So yes, you can push through everything. So as we say, thank you for everyone that's tuning in. I want to say thank you for showing up again. Welcome back home, darling. Welcome back home. You know your
Thank
secret right
you.
here. Welcome
Thank
back
you.
home. Yes, audience, as we close out this episode, again, we are rolling into the end of May. I want to thank you all for showing up. So I want to say good night to you all for being here and supporting our sister. And like I said, she's a returning guest. So thank you so much for being here as we roll on through May. Listen, audience, if you don't know, Satya, do you have a last word as we close?
Thank everyone for tuning in and for the support, etc. I hope to stay connected and with you guys, and I'll get with you, Veronica, in terms Verona, in terms of the book and all that.
Yes. All right, so I want to thank you all for tuning in again. Just to let you know, we do have new schedule. For those of you who've been here, you know that we have new schedule. If you don't know that we have new schedule, yes, we do have new schedule. So I want to thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Question Live Show. Now, just to let you know, we do have a session tomorrow early in the morning, 9 a.m. Well, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a session tomorrow. It's going to be a very special session coming in tomorrow morning. So if you are available, please come on by as we say, see you on the next go around the next page. Thank you so much for being here.